This so important best of one is taking us, and we're going to Cafe.
Yeah, this is actually crazy because Fnatic have played it twice. They played it against Wolves. It was a map they had full control of and lost.
Is they can play Siege, they've just struggled with little bits here and there. I don't think anyone can deny that, yes, they are worthy of getting into OT or just winning outright. So, yeah, it's been a rough season. Gen.G, on the other hand, I mean...
Slow and steady, looking for that early anticipation, that early break. This Gen.G, they've been able to get themselves into OT more. Azox won't be getting themselves into this round.
Yeah, C4 from Sarks, who I think is the player that Fnatic need to step up. He was amazing yesterday. What was that from Sky? Just ran in deep and tried to take the engagement against Scrubby, who eventually will be traded off. But then there's the C4 and the quick swing from Wizard as well. This is great coordination for Fnatic. Always making sure they are ahead in the man count. Always fighting to get these kills back whenever they lost them. And here comes another swing from Wizard, but after this time we'll be ready. And
one of them was going to stay above, maybe try and watch the swing, but you cannot watch both ways at once. So instead, driving themselves forward, driving themselves down the stairs at the same time as well. But it's 7 seconds and nobody's left standing. Now, as they try and creep their way around, they're looking for the engagement underneath. They're going around for the swing. The plan is being attempted here. MACKO does get the lockout, but there's the trade out. Everybody's dying on the top floor, and there's at least the drop here. And suddenly it's a 3 versus 1. 5 seconds left on the swing. And there is the trade out, the drop, and no, hasn't got them anywhere. Slips on by. They might have heard that barbed wire. They did. Skies gets out Sarks, and now they have their first.
Yeah, it's the clash though. It's the issue, but Fire does come in to push Grubby off his first position, and now he gets rushed down by the Capital, and he should be picked up momentarily, but no, somehow he's still alive. The Echo trying his best to try and help him, and Asa goes down. What on earth?
What was MACKO doing? MACKO was maybe controlled by something, worried about someone swinging on him, but he just let a teammate die for that engagement. Now runs in, but at this point, you're curious why the Capital was there, but you're also curious why no one helped him. What is going on? 2 to 3, Deadshot drops in at this point, instantly locked out, leaving Skies alone. I'm a little lost. Seemingly so is Gen.G.
Just sat in front, like, what's MACKO doing? Is he trying to blend in with the meat? I don't know. Places Valkyrie cameras. It's set up to try and kill from below, but speaking of Sarks, he's actually going to be pushed by the Blitz, who I guess probably assessed the fact that, yeah, he got a C4 kill from here last time.
Do they know about the other player still here? Can they get one? They're looking for the fight over the top. They're about to find a Blitz, and oh, please don't get the Blitz. Oh, they step one step away, but Jake gets a C4 and Ruby gets a D. Before MACKO can get the kill, Ruby deeks a man. Yeah, could try and do something bold, but there's the smoke on the default. MACKO has to move. Wizard, oh, if he's unchecked here, it could be so free. And it is. Oh, no, it's not!
Never mind!
Oh, never mind! Oh. Cancel it! But at the same time, their game has been propped up by a lot of it. And, I don't know, it's options and apples to whoever they are. Now, Skies knocking on the door. 30 seconds left, though. And again, Gen.G not with a huge amount of time left. And now with one less player. Jet watching an angle. Wizard gets Azox. And suddenly, it's all starting to collapse a little. MACKO does find Sarks in and amongst the chaos and moves their way up towards Library, ready to swing on another as they come through, but can't get both. Still, one is enough in 10 seconds. Cold Kit and one player left on the other side. Can't hop that, I'm afraid. Too many chairs. But they're just waiting for the call. Nobody's on the hatch itself. There's the ping, there's the C4. Close enough.
Sarks is actually going to attempt the exact same fight he did last time and almost gets punished the exact same way. Never mind, does get punished. I mean, Sarks, you've tried that twice, mate. They're not going to let you up.
They've been able to get some of the groundwork done around the site, but can they try and make the landing? That's where things often falter and fall away. Oh, Skies gets the free pick up there. Narrow place to survive. Now they need to try and lock down on the player on the back, but Wizard gets one. They're going to see if they can stick the plant. In the meantime, there's an Echo drone that's just out of position, and oh, now there it gets itself caught out, but does stop the plant going down. The second one's probably too far away. In the meantime, Wizard goes, as does Groovy, but Wizard is the one that can try and counter this. Nobody's on the hatch. They technically have the players surrounded, but it is a 3 versus 2, so they have to pick their next angle, and this one might not be the right one. Oh, almost gifted the back of Azox, but unfortunately just drifted away. But Wizard, he said he hasn't smiled much, but 3 more, only 3. He might not be smiling anymore. He could have kept on pushing it, just screamed through the sight, and we are...
Just for Fnatic, I just feel they're given just way too much. Tried the second time, I rotate up the staircase, but Gen.G...
Well, they've got themselves in and some awareness, but that isn't the big divide you have to cross. That might be one of them, though. Deadshot caught out by Groovy, torn apart, and now with the focus in, this is, I guess, the question about that second mirror window, but Sarks finds Skies, and, well, the mirror's not alive to answer them at any and forcing the players further and further out. It's sort of a freezer bunker, but at the same time, there are routes and ways through, and there is a bit of that motion. Now, pushing their way up towards Lumber, getting one, getting dropped and traded. It's a 2 versus 2, 1 versus 2. Can they find this final kill? 7 seconds. The Clash desperately holding on either side. There's a Blackbeard, and they are just out of there. Pull themselves back. They're just hopping the barricade. Wow. They win, Demo. They win. Won't even affect seeding as well, based on the results, so that they can get... Ooh, Skies gets a second. Sarks gone. There's at least Groovy getting some revenge, but they've lost.
A bit of waste at util.
Well, they have to ping the reveal on a bulletproof. Not a bulletproof, probably a Valcam. Probably would have been nice if you had an IQ to tell you when that was going to happen. We saw the ping on it, and there was obviously a read as soon as they got close, and Deepak gets at least one back, but 40 seconds and a 3-2. Deadshot, NACO, and Azox. They still have some ground, and now the reveal of one of the 2 remaining players, Groovy, inside Pillar. There's a rotate that's coming up towards the red stairs, and, well, that was actually revealed to him, so they actually peel their way back. 20 seconds, though. They do not have the time to go and hunt down NACO. He can just sit and wait with 2 more C4s, Demo. Yeah. In a very tough position. They can play this as long as possible. There's another C4 finding its way out. Deadshot has the lock, and I believe we're hurtling to a 5-3 and probably a timeout. And they roar at the door behind. The connection between the 2 sites has now been temporarily cut off, and instead they're going to go for an engagement here on the back, but 20 seconds, they're still stuck waiting. Ooh, Wizard almost gets caught out from the reveal of the back. The Clash is just burning and working away. 13 seconds, waiting for the Goyo to clear. There's another smoke canister on towards the Clash, and Groovy gets Azox. Now, moving in, out of the fire. They still need to try and get the plant secured. Groovy gets a second, and now they're in the securing position, but the hop-up just needs to stop the kit. Can't find the angle, though, because of their own shield.
Lawyer, which they didn't, or against the Goyo, which they didn't do against Lawyer on Monday night. Make a lot of comparisons Monday night, if you weren't aware. And stops that shield from running amok in the final minute. But hey, you have to hit the C4s and make sure you get them.
Well, there's the first C4, and there's about Cam feeding all this information. Are we about to see a second? Oh, it got shot out. Nice snappy play, but they're going to lead into a fight against the Blackbeard, who's propped up against the door, and there's still, obviously, an opportunity for more pain, and just a read on where the approach is coming from. 40 seconds, and they've got themselves angled down. Making the kit land is always the toughest part. Forced back in towards Pillar, but still being able to swing from Pillar is the big problem. Oh, there's a way to shut him down, though. Jegs uses the verticality, gets the kill, gets the lockdown, and gets some of the space cleared around it. But how confident are they to go for the plant itself? The kit's sent down to the Blackbeard, so he can pop a shield on his back, and sneaky little route up isn't quite possible with that parkour. But he's got 10 seconds, so Groovy's got to make a decision. Soon wins out, kills Deadshot, 7 seconds. You've just got to send it at this point all the way through. They're halfway in the site. Jegs goes down. They've just got to stop Deepak, but look at this Demo. Oh, they didn't even need him. And a jump of Wolves on the board as well. Spray round. Deepak wins out though.
Windy there, isn't it?
But there's a shotgun ready on the swing of the default plant, and well, there'll be the reveal of them now. Goes in for the knife and finishes the punch. Deepak down in and amongst a chaos of smokes. Asa's staring out. Oh, there's Groovy there. Jex does find Skies at the same second, so it's not entirely without some merit, but Oh, this could be. Does he know about the player to his left? He talked about windy demo. That was a strong one blowing in the corridor, but he's done enough to slow their approach. In the same time, Deadshot pushes on, gets one on the drop, gets one more. Oh, Demo sticking a fork in it. I think this one's done.
See how much it means to them. Being able to get into the playoffs, being able to keep that improvement going in there, and obviously having that shot of being able to play next week. That's literally also what we're playing for. Otherwise, it would have been a 2-month break until we see you again.
That's it. Once again, Gen.G just does the same thing all over again. A really poor beginning of stage, and then they come alive. They blossom at the end of the stage. And what a way to do it. To qualify to playoffs with every single player dropping almost the same number of kills. There was no big individual player standing up. It was just a collective
That's
effort.
actually crazy to win seven rounds without every player getting less than 10 kills.
Yeah, and barely positive KD or neutral KD for most of them.
To playoffs, I'm sure we're going to get a super happy NACO on the interview joining us very shortly here as well. As we do,
last time.
the
There's the smile.
Very good to see that. NACO, a massive congratulations on locking in top 6. This is absolutely amazing for you guys.
Yeah, of course, I have my smile now. We are in playoff, we secured playoffs, so yeah, I'm happy. It's amazing.
NACO,
After this like disastrous beginning of the season.
I need to ask you guys. Stage 1, terrible beginning of the stage last year. You make all the way to grand finals of LCQ. Stage 2, you do the same shit again. And stage 3, you were all the way at the bottom of the standings 2 weeks ago. Now you go all the way. What's gonna be the difference this time for you guys to qualify to an international event?
I mean, first we are in playoffs, so now it's gonna be best of 3. So I think we are kinda better in best of 3s than the best of 1s. Like with every like attends, aide-moi s'il te plaît.
Vas-y, dis-moi.
Genre n'importe quel joueur par rapport à la team, genre.
Bah, fais-moi une phrase en français.
Ok. Peu importe avec le roster qu'on avait, on a toujours eu du mal en BO1. Genre c'est un fait depuis qu'on est arrivé en Pro League. Au début de saison, on a toujours eu du mal. Et on a toujours été plus à l'aise. En LCQ, du coup, on est arrivé en finale et on a toujours été plus à l'aise en BO3.
So in every
Je pense que ça fait une grosse différence.
Ok, tu m'as dit plein de mots là, attends. So in every single situation,
une phrase.
every single iteration of that roster, whatever the players they
Iteration,
had,
that was the word I was looking for.
yeah, they were struggling with the BO1s and the group stage, but whenever they reached LCQ, obviously in the BO3s, they always made it to the grand finals. So it should be also easier for these guys in the BO3, and I guess they've got the experience to show it as well.
Am I right in thinking that it's Falcons in a best of 3 as well on Monday? I think I'm right because they would be finishing 3rd, right?
I haven't checked the bracket.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so NACO, how if it is Falcons, how are you going to beat them? Obviously, your French brethren.
I mean, we know how they play. If we just don't play like we play on the best of 1s on lair and do nothing and stay outside of the map, for sure we're gonna have more chance to win than the best of 1.
Nice.
It's gonna be easy.
NACO, one more question before we let you go. Why do you think it is that you guys are better at the best of 3s and the best of 1s? Is it that like safety net of, oh, you know, if we lose a map, we can bounce back?
Yeah, it might be just a mental thing. As I said, we had some struggle, so I think it's kinda this. Yeah, we can lose a map. It's not the end of the world, and we can just bounce back and win the whole match. At the end, if you drop a map, the only important thing is the one winning.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you do get to 1-1, it's essentially back down to another best of 1. But NACO, we want to thank you so much for your time once again. A massive congratulations on locking in the top 6. We'll see you next week. Go and enjoy the victory.
Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.